Hey everyone, today I'm going to go over a quick tutorial to show y'all how to do object detection on an image using YOLO v5. And it's a very easy thing to do. All you have to do is clone the repository, install the requirements, import the model, and then you can run your inference on the image and get your detections. And for this, I really recommend you use a GPU in your runtime if you're using Collab. It's fine if not, it's not going to be too bad, but you can see I'm using the GPU for my hardware accelerator here. And Collab is free, so everyone should be able to use a GPU. So today we're going to run inference on a video from YouTube, and the video I'm using is a scene from the Fast and the Furious with a bunch of cars, a bunch of stuff for an object detector to be able to detect. So I've already imported the video using PyTube, and you can see it's in our environment right here. So if you'd like to do this for your own, you can just follow along. Just replace the URL in here, and you'll be able to do it for any video you want. And we're going to use MoviePy to add audio to our video. So we're going to take our detection frames and put them together to make a video with our detections, and then we're going to use MoviePy to add audio back to that video. So installing MoviePy is pretty quick. It has an image IO dependency, and then you have to install the specific version if you're in Collab. So let's go to our base library import, and we're going to go ahead and use MoviePy to get our frame rates. So we have a 23.97 frame rate for the video, and we're going to be able to use OpenCV to recreate our video with that very same frame rate. And our audio frame rate's a standard 44100. So this capture right here is a capture object that will allow us to iterate through our video. And we're only going to use the first 2,000 frames to save time and to prevent us from running out of memory. So I've already ran this. It takes a couple seconds. So we're just going to print some info about this. We have the first 83.4 seconds of the video, and we have one scene here. So in this scene right here, we have a couple of cars that we can clearly see, and we have some people in the background. So it'll be interesting to see how well our object detector can detect these people. So to get YOLO, we clone the repository, install requirements. I've already done all this, and now we have two things right here that I'm going to play around with. We have our confidence and our IOU threshold. So the confidence is pretty self-explanatory of 0.35. So if the probability predicted is 0.35 or greater, it'll declare a detection. Now this IOU threshold, this high IOU threshold of 0.95, it basically means the higher the threshold, the more bounding boxes per object you're going to get. And in some cases it can be good, and some it may not be so good. So let's see what happens to our image when we have this high threshold. So go ahead and detect and display the image. We see a ton of stuff was detected. But on the image here, we have multiple bounding boxes. So the reasonable thing to do is just going to be to lower this threshold. It's definitely not good for this scene, but it's usually helpful to play around with confidence and IOU depending on what application you're using. I've found that 0.35 and 0.35 work pretty good for this video and this type of stuff. And it's usually the default parameters are going to be okay. So now we can go ahead and basically do the same thing but for every single frame, and we can make a video. So this TQDM, it's a library that's going to basically give us this process bar and tell us how many iterations per second we're doing. You can see about 60 something iterations per second, which is pretty good. And so right here, we're going to use the OpenCV video writer to make the video. So basically, we can make our title and get our type right here. We're going to use an MP4, and we're going to pass in our frame rate and then pass in the size of the frame. So, and we just get that from the final frame that we used after iterating through them. And we're going to go ahead and make sure these colors are corrected. We don't OpenCV reads colors in default by blue, green, and red. We're going to shift that to it to make sure the colors aren't switched. So now the next part, we're going to need to add our audio back to the video. So to do that, we're going to have to trim the audio clip to the video length that we got above. Let's go ahead and do that. And now we're going to go use this MoviePy API called Composite Audio Clip. That's going to allow us to get the audio that we want on the video. So I've already done this, and I've already have it pulled up so you can see what the final video looks like. And it's pretty good detection without things are moving around. So that's it. Hope y'all can use this to do something, do some object detection on your own videos. I'll see y'all later.